So last we left off, you had infiltrated the bandit camp. So you were all split up. You met a guy called Spike, who runs the general store. Relic and Lucille were able to sneak in that way. Princess Luna and Lilypad Allen changed their names to Tadpole McCoy and Applebee Sugarkiss. Made friends with Trickle Jam. Harold was in prison, but you've all escaped. And then you all decided that it's time to get this dealt with. You need to go kill the leader of the bandit camp, who you know is Sheridan, who is a fox. That will fulfill your contract with the main Alder Heart Council.
Is it time to use the foot?
I was just thinking it's about foot time. Can I roll an investigation, see if I can work out where the best place to put the foot in the water would be?
We should start like a dance competition or something, so they all get really thirsty.
Oh yeah, the foot.
Not like they're already practicing fighting, so we're already going through strenuous physical activity. We must make them dance.
So investigation 17.
The best place you can think of is the well. It's got like a system of bamboo shoots and all that type of stuff to lead it into it. So their own makeshift pipes. The stream water is channeled into the well.
So I reckon we just drop the foot in.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. Mage hand the foot out of my little knapsack and then just drop it in discreetly.
Surely someone has rope.
Yeah, so should we not tie it so that we can bring it back out again and use it again?
Yeah.
Instead of just losing...
It's like saving a tea bag.
Well, first I'll do a perception to see if there's anyone watching us. Perception of 8.
The well is in the centre of a large gathering of people. The tent that's where people are drinking and sat around outside.
If we need a dance party, they won't be looking at the well.
I could sneak over.
You haven't got mage hand, unless you can carry it some way without it touching
Or
you.
having a rope.
I could give you a collection of my feet so that you can carry a bunch of feet around you and it doesn't look suspicious.
That
In
would
the
look
mouth
more
with the rope.
suspicious if anything.
I mean, at least 2 of you can just walk up, can't you? Because you're trusted.
The most trusted ones with the fake identities.
So, Lucille, Harold and Relic, are you all right to start a dance party? Me and Tadpole will go over to the group of people and be like, hey guys, there's a Tadpole party. There's a dance party happening. Do you want to, you know?
Ain't no party like a tadpole party.
What am I disguised as again?
Yeah, am I still disguised as a baby badger? I forgot about that.
Right, what are we rolling for?
Performance.
Wow, it's going to be such a performance. 6.
And we've already got everyone paying attention to it because he just got beat up by a shopkeeper.
16 performance.
Unnatural 20.
Should we perform on our way over to the well?
Moonwalk away there.
Oh, yes.
Princess Luna and Lilypad, are you the ones who are saying, look, a dance party?
Yes.
Yeah.
Can I have a deception check from whoever's shouting that, please?
It's not deception, it's real.
It's a real dance
Technically,
party.
there is.
That's why it's perfectly legitimate.
If they look towards where we're pointing, there will be a dance party. We're not lying.
You're being deceptive in terms of causing a distraction to get what you want.
In that it's a good dance party.
14.
One of us should like beatbox or something.
I mean, 2 of you are bards.
Bagpipes!
The good old-fashioned bagpipe dance party.
I've got a pan flute. I'll play the pan flute.
Lilypad Allen, or also known as Tadpole McCoy, moonwalks past the gathering and shouts.
Dance party.
A bunch of people who are sat around seem to have missed out on any kind of performance in this area for a long time. And so hearing the shrill sound of a pan flute, see Lucille, Harold and Relic all dancing and playing pan flutes. A couple of them joining with you. There's 2 mice who jump up on the table and start doing a jig together. Everybody is very distracted. Someone shouts, next round's on me, and get our friends a round 2.
But if we get them drunk enough, they'll have to drink loads of water tomorrow.
Should we just put it in? That way no one else can get it out.
Unless you want to just pick it up and I can throw you all into the well, like with the foot.
Drive a
Right.
hard bargain. Here I am, stood at the front of the well, looking all suspicious like. And I'm looking around to me, to the left, to the right. Joker's to the left of me. Something to the right. Here I am, stuck in the middle at the well. I'm just going to make sure no one's watching. Mage hand it out really close to the edge of the well. And then just slowly lower it over so that it doesn't make a big splash.
There's a subtle splash, but amidst all the chaos that's been going around, there's just laughter, sound of merriment around you. As far as you're concerned, the well must be now cursed or poisoned.
Is Trickle Jam with us?
Yes.
Okay, Trickle Jam. I was wondering, are there any sort of rules against music or dancing in the streets?
There are no rules here besides don't kill each other,
How convincingly could you sort of break up this dance?
Terribly.
Okay, thank you.
Unless we want them to get thirsty.
If love be the music of love, then play.
The next round comes along. Harold, Relic, and Lucille all get one for free as well.
Even as a baby badger.
Even as a baby badger, they care nothing for alcohol rules.
But if we brought them around and watered it down slightly with the water, would it poison them immediately?
You have no idea, but it's worth a try if you want to.
Let's try.
Get Trickle Jam to hand the drinks out so that...
Hand on some water.
Oh, the water or whatever.
And if they think he poisoned them, then he'll
Well,
die.
I think we should go and lie down for a few hours.
Just wait for everyone to die.
Yes.
I'm waiting for them all to like get magical powers and just have like absolute
Super strength.
That's what happens if they pass the Constitution saving throw.
So are you retreating back to your tent where you've been assigned? So you all head back to your tent.
I dish out the food I stole.
You're able to dish out enough for a meal for all of you, including Trickle Jam. The beaver is still vowing his revenge after you betrayed him so harshly in the prison. About an hour after you've finished this and you all begin to take a rest, you hear this distant sound of coughing. Someone calls for a medic.
Oh, I'm quite intrigued
Gonna
by
pretend
the
to cough as
coughing
well?
and asking for him. Oh, hang on, yeah, of course, I know. Is it because of the water? I want to investigate.
You step out from the tent and you see that immediately the source of the coughing is one really, really old squirrel who's in leather armor and like a gold buckle around him, so he seems to be of some esteem amongst this place. On all fours, coughing, his tail is thrashing against the floor in agony. After about 2 minutes of this, people around him trying to help him in some way if possible. He collapses and the dust around him rises and slowly falls. Everyone is shocked by this, and you can notice there's a bit of blood trickling down his face.
Okay.
We are good people.
I would very much like to look at him.
You have to get up and close with them if that's okay.
Yeah, that's cool with me.
You seem one of the only people who's willing to get closer now that he's dead. Most people step back and have seen the blood, notice that something's going on. You can now look at the beaver and have an investigation check.
Sure
Is he a
thing.
beaver or a squirrel?
Squirrel, sorry, I'm thinking beaver from the other guy.
See the problem here, he's turned into
21.
a beaver.
21. Some kind of poison is what's killed him.
Okay. How convincingly can I tell everyone that it's dehydration?
I'll need a deception check, please.
Oh, natural 20.
I'm hoping. 12.
You try and suggest that it's dehydration, and then a very, very small looking badger, and he's like, no, I've been dehydrated, there's no blood. If you was dehydrated, you wouldn't see.
Have you ever been this dehydrated, though? I point at the squirrel.
After about 5 minutes, the actual medic comes along. He looks kind of old, white eyebrows on his whiskered face, and he's like, no, poison, I've seen it already.
Poison? What?
We all know the cure for poison is a lot of water.
I ask if anyone knows what he's eaten recently and try to divert their attention towards food rather than water.
One other older looking squirrel, and he's like, well, he was with me all day. All he had at the tavern was berries.
Berries can be poisonous.
Old Spike knows exactly what kind of berries are good.
Spike the only one who knows?
Well, Spike's trustworthy. He's
becoming a bit unhinged. He was in a fight earlier.
Yeah, he was in a fight earlier.
He's becoming unhinged.
He's losing it.
Maybe Spike has spiked the squirrel.
we're
Would I
losing
be
good
able to charm him into telling the town that they're dehydrated?
You can definitely try.
Re-diagnose
They
it.
make like a poster, the dangers of dehydration.
Yeah.
We spend the next 3 days making posters to put up around the town.
It was charm person.
That's a 7 plus 2. So he's now charmed by your suggestions.
It is dehydration. These are not the droids you're looking for.
He's less threatened by Lilypad. He says, well, I'm sure you have medical expertise yourself. There's only so much I can do at this stage. It doesn't seem like dehydration. We'll launch an investigation, but I'm not going to convince other people that it's dehydration.
We just
Okay.
want them to be hydrated.
If this is your strategy for encouraging drinking of fresh water, then I'll put up a poster, but no one ever reads my bulletin boards. You
You
know,
made them colourful.
Are they in Comic
We
Sans?
tried MS Paint.
could I have a word with him?
You can. You take him to one side.
Yeah. And I kind of want to build up his trust. So I'm going to be like, look, we've just got here. We know who you're talking about with Spike. We love the guy. Yeah, I mean, Spike's the name. Unloading's the game. Am I right? But do you not think a death like this is 1 in a million? I mean, it happens all the time. What's the point of an investigation? Why not just say it's this? And then everyone's going to do the healthier thing anyway. So we'll be better off as a whole community if we just say this is dehydration.
It sounds to me like you poisoned him, but please roll a persuasion check.
I don't think anyone could have handled this more suspiciously than we have.
Oh, unnatural 20. I'm sorry for swearing. Unnatural 20.
He's not too convinced by this.
What? He's not buying any of it. We're going to go to prison.
He's like, we all like Spike, but it's my job on the line at the end of the day. I don't want to be. If it turns out someone has been poisoning, I could be associated with the poisoners. So unless you have proof that it's dehydration.
What's this place's version of the press, or newspapers and stuff like that?
The bulletin board.
Yeah.
I think we should give it another hour or two.
Yeah.
You really want to nap, don't you?
Just not draw attention to ourselves, maybe.
Should I use my wand on the body and hopefully there's a dehydration mode on it?
No, because you shrink everything. You can do anything.
He hasn't drank any water since he died.
Well, you're right there. How far away is it from our tent, the body?
About 60 feet.
It could do several different things, which would make it very obvious someone's just used magic on him. Okay.
I mean, what other option do we have?
Not much.
We'll have to let more people die.
Flying low, maybe?
Alright, okay. I'll use the Wand of Wonder.
Okay.
Behind the tent.
Please roll a d100.
Turns out I'm too
20.
He waves the wand and he's blasted off his feet. Can I have a dexterity saving throw, please?
6.
You fall to the ground and hit the back wall of the tent as a massive gust of wind flies out of the wand. It hits the body and pushes it about 15 feet away, where then it rolls towards other people, bandits, just look slowly, turn their head towards the source of this and see you on the ground with the wand in your hand.
I'm going to distance myself from them.
I just wanted a quick way to get in the tent. I found it.
Can you not just blame it on the gases in the body coming out as a death?
It must be the gases caused by dehydration.
Yeah. Who needs to do deception?
Whoever's trying to convince people that it was the natural gases of the body.
I'll do it.
Okay, go on.
Natural 1.
Seriously.
Sake. You may as well just tell them that we're here to kill them.
Harold says, well, I've got an idea. Why don't we tell them it's the natural gases? And you go, oh yeah, guys, it was the natural gases of the body from dehydration. Yeah, guys, it was the natural gases from the dehydration. And no one believes you. They think you're some kind of con artist. The magic users, don't mess with them. We've had enough trouble with these type of people in the past to just show off really. And everyone doesn't want anything to do with you at this stage.
Do we know how many people have died yet?
You've been an hour at best.
Let's have a long rest.
You can't arrest me if I'm asleep.
Right.
Is anyone taking watch, or are you just falling asleep together?
Just in the tent.
I'll take watch.
So Lucille, you stay guard. About 4 hours into it, as Lucille is taking watch, she hears a low snarl from the distance, followed shortly, about 5 seconds later, by a horrible scream, and then someone else calls for the medic again.
Wow, that dehydration case sounded nasty.
Alright.
You can wake them up if you want to, or you can just wait it out, do nothing, or you can go out and investigate on your own.
I don't go out and investigate, because then I'll be a culprit. I stay on guard again.
20 minutes later, there's a massive rush, someone shouting, ambush, ambush. And then it's like, what in the name? And he swears, is that thing? Another snarl, and then you hear a crossbow bolt fire.
Okay, I start waking people up.
Oh, it's too early. Harold, can you cast sleep?
Let's go see what's going on.
The blurry-eyed, you all open your tent, and a few of the people you see, your neighbours, are also peering out cautiously. When out of the corner of your eye, you seal kind of perception check, please make sure you actually see it.
13.
Out of the corner of her eye, Lucille is able to spot a greyish hand grab one of the neighbours by the shoulder, pull it back, and then just bite into the face. Everyone roll initiative.
Oh gosh! Zombies.
Oh no!
Oh!
Princess Luna, Lucille is horrified by this and lets out a soft scream, but you're the first to see about 3 of these other zombies start to come towards your tent. Loads of your neighbours are scrabbling out to try and get any weapon they can find to fight these things, as another one is pulled into the tent and bitten in the neck.
Really backfired, huh?
Yeah, it did, didn't it? So the one that's closest, I will use enlarge-reduce, and I'm going to reduce.
So that's the Constitution saving throw, right?
Constitution 11.
13, so he doesn't reduce. Carries on growling as it just lumbers towards you on a broken leg.
I cast Bane on them. Charisma saving throw. If they fail, you have to roll D4 and take that number off all of their attacks. Yeah.
That's a 6, a 4, and another 6.
I think they all failed.
They don't know what you do, you just let out a musical note.
Purr. Yeah, that's it.
Down your war cry puts the Bane on them, slightly confuses them even more than the slightly rotted brain has allowed. 2 of them are now going to try and reach and attack Lucille. That's a natural 1 and a 16 minus 1, so 15. So the first zombie trips up, falls to the ground. The second one tries to grab you, but you dodge out the way, but you land in the third one's arms as he takes your neck and bites into you.
It's a scene from a Disney movie.
3 minus 4. You take no damage from this bite. Feel perfectly fine. Does absolutely nothing to you.
Let's stab one twice. It's 14 hit, 21 will hit. I hit the one that's injured. 19 damage in total.
He had 19 hit points left.
Yeah.
You stab down with the short sword and it goes right through its brain. At this point though, you can hear it just give off a slight growl of defeat as it gives in and its life ebbs away from it.
I am going to try and cast blindness on them.
You definitely blind the first one and its arms drop to its side and it turns and to another angle, just begins walking that direction.
Okay, I'm just gonna shoot him then. 15 and 7.
So after he begins walking the other direction, you get an arrow. You don't hit his brain, you hit him in the side of his neck. Blood begins to ooze out onto its disgusting fur. After seeing this one being shot, all of you now spot another 2 look up who have just finished feasting on another fallen bandit and stand to their feet and then just begin walking very slowly towards you.
If we leave, they cannot catch us.
So I've got the bandit sword. I would like to reduce myself, run up to the zombo, stab him with the sword, and let go of the sword, because the sword will instantly grow back to its full size as soon as it's out of my possession.
It will technically class 2 actions as you're digging it into him, but I'll allow it. So around you see Princess Luna just vanish, and then you see a very small figure run out between your ankles, flourishing a sword, and then you're going to try and dig it.
13.
13 hits him as you push the sword into its foot. The sword increases and it spears right through to the ground. The zombie falls flat onto its face and it's going to take 8 points of damage as the sword rips through its shins. It's going to sever its leg.
I'm wondering if I can seduce a zombie.
I'll need a charisma check with disadvantage, but you can try.
Well, I rolled 12 as my lowest, so that's 16.
This zombie has no idea what you're trying to tell it. It cocks its head with slight curiosity, and it's his turn, so instead,
Oh no.
Olive is slightly in front of you, and then instead reaches out and tries to bite your neck. 6 + 2, so he tries to bite into you and misses. The other one who is on the floor, who's just been had his leg ripped into by Princess Luna, it crawls its way towards you, grabs your shin, and tries to bite your shin, Princess. 15.
It certainly hits.
That's 6 points of damage as it bites into your ankle and just rips part of your flesh out.
2 short swords, and then I've got Colossus Slayer, so if I hit anybody with a thing, I get to roll D8 if they're already injured. Cool, so it's like 17 and a 23 to hit. That's 18 damage.
2 slashes down, you just see Relic leap into the air and just cut into this thing and just shreds it into ribbons.
I'll use a short bow, I think. 5 damage.
Seeing the attack on Lillipad, this thing tries to take another bite out of you. An arrow goes right through its mouth and it stumbles backwards a bit, allowing Lillipad an attack of opportunity against it if you'd like to take it.
Yeah, go on. I would like to use my rapier, and that's a solid 12 to hit, and that's 3 damage.
Arrow stuck in the back of its head. Lillipad takes a swipe with a rapier and just cuts a bit of a gash into its throat.
And I shoot him with my longbow. It's natural 20.
Great. The arrow flies straight through the brain of this one and then lodges in the heart of the next one further along. That starts slowly coming through the tent now. The first one drops dead, and you see the next two approaching you. Seeing Relic first, one tries to just grab you, and the second one is going to try and get Princess Luna, who was stuck in the fight with the one that just died. Only 3 points of damage as it bites into you.
Best thing I can do is Ray of Frost him. Damage is 6.
This one that's got an arrow into the heart, you cast Ray of Frost on it. Icicles begin to form from your hand, shoots out of your fingers, and freezes the thing. And its head, with a really satisfying crack, falls off the body of this rat, shatters on the ground, and then the rest of its body just stays there as a statue.
Can I do Bane again?
You toot another toot from your bagpipe, and this one looks in your direction, very, very dazed. Now is weakened even more than it was.
What's the Bardic Inspiration? Is it D6?
Mm-hmm.
23.
That's exactly how many hit points he has.
Yes. Through the eyes and pull the brain back out.
Through his eyes, the brain comes out through the sockets, and then the body just crumbles to the ground. The battle still rages on around the campsite. You see a bunch of bodies on the ground. Someone's still calling for a medic.
I think we should try and get out of here until this blows over.
Yeah.
We definitely escape it.
I think we should
Okay.
Yeah.
way outside and maybe just shoot anything that comes out.
So as you rush towards the gate, past people, can I have a dexterity saving throw from whoever's in the lead, please?
19.
A zombie hulking figure, which seems to be some kind of beaver or squirrel, tries to grab your shoulder and be able to shake it off and run. There's a massive crowd now gathering at the front gate, and you catch up with Trickle Jam, who is there just like one at a time, and is trying to usher people out who seem friendly enough. Noticing you guys, he halts the queue and waves you out as if you're his loyal friends, and you're outside amongst a bunch of other refugees. Loads of guards on the rooftop are shooting these zombies as they're trying to escape with you.
We should have a look for the general lady.
General Sheridan.
Fox.
Is she a fox?
Yeah.
We could ask Trickle Jam. Trickle Jam would know what she looks like. Oh, also, if everyone's leaving, Big Beaver, he might be out.
You can assume that he's been forgotten about in the prison.
Oh, thank the heavens.
Should we ask Trickle Jam if he knows where Sheridan is then?
I'm just going to go up and join the guards and start shooting some
Let's just
zombies.
do some camping.
Me too.
'Cause I can
I try and work out where General Sheridan is. Tadpole McCoy,
Yo,
would you like to join me in a Sheridan hunt?
I would love to.
Okay, so 3 of you go up and you are all granted permission to perform your service to the Coalition. Trickle Jam says this will go very well on your record here, especially as you're the 3 who don't have any papers at the moment. So you all head up onto walls where you see the full destruction of the site. Most of the tents have now been ripped. There were loads of fires all over the place. You see bodies all over the ground, people crying out, limbs missing, and you notice that the well has been completely destroyed. All the bamboo rods and stuff have been shattered.
We're actually going to have a dehydration problem.
Fires have been lit to try and keep people warm, but now you're on the roof as 60 or so figures that you can assume are zombies are all forced up against the wall of the barracks, hammering on the wall, trying to get in, and a massive growl can be heard from over there. Meanwhile, Applebee, Sugarkiss, and Tadpole McCoy are now heading out amongst the refugees.
We can make it look like we're helping people, but we're secretly trying to get intel on where General Sheridan is.
Insight check, please.
11 for me.
15.
Tadpole McCoy, there's been a lot of fear going on, and loads of people are trying to find their kids, friends, family, drinking buddies, etc. And they cannot find General Sheridan. Other military officials suggest that she's still holed up in the barracks.
I
That's
smell
what-
a rescue mission.
Should we get the Rafty Dandridge out and do like a
And
do a drive-by?
Coming out of the storage area, just like
I like that. Yes, we should.
mules just
And then we're
roar.
going shopping.
Can I have all of you roll a d20 who are shooting, please?
13.
17.
Relic isn't able to do as much damage as both Lucille and Harold. With the longbows out, you were able to begin taking out a bunch of these zombies that are over by the barracks.
Okay.
Should we get the Rafferty then?
I think we should. It can
Yeah.
be faster
And cool.
and very cool.
It's still disguised as a Susan though, isn't it? Just have it transform before their eyes.
Oh yeah, of course. You guys are up there.
Message.
No.
Message.
Okay, message in that case.
Send them an email.
Fax.
So we fax them that we're going to rescue Sheridan.
Princess Luna and Lilypad rush back through the gates, trying to push past people who are screaming out the opposite direction to you. Harold, please can I have a attack roll from you, please?
16.
The whole wall right now, you can move around it, and so as they come closer, you can follow them around. Lilypad, as you're pushing through the crowd, a bandit taking advantage of chaos raises a knife to your head, and it's just as pulling it down, an arrow flies out from the barrel, lands in the arm of this thing that's trying to attack you, and it drops the knife. What would you
My
like to do?
arrows have glitter on the end of them so that you know they're mine.
I shout thank you. We're gonna carry on running because this is time sensitive.
So Lilypad and Princess Luna rush out. You see loads of people begging for help as you are rushing past them towards the general store. Find the general store locked. Perception check from Lucille, Harold, and Relic, please.
17.
15.
All three of you see two zombies stop what they're doing in terms of chasing the crowd, picking out Lilypad and Princess Luna, and begin stumbling towards them.
I shoot them.
Please make an attack roll.
18.
25.
Yeah, I'll try over. 4.
One sparkly glitter arrow lodges itself in the door, Lilypad, which alerts you to the two zombies behind you. As Lucille, you hit an arrow into its head, and it turns around to try and find out what's attacked him. It gets another one into the side of its head. You've just got one zombie left.
Could I use my wand on the lock?
Is that a good idea?
Yes.
Might be. We'll find out. I got 39.
You touch the lock with the wand, and straight away you recognise what spell is being cast, and you fear for everything. You cast a lightning bolt on this lock, which explodes instantly and sets the whole building on fire.
I
You
should have
hear-
done it on the zombie.
Wait, where's Spike?
Saving throw from Princess Luna and Lilypad Allen.
So sorry. What was it? A dexterity saving throw?
Yes.
Oh, good. 21.
What?
Oh, great. Okay, so
Yeah.
Princess Luna and Lilypad Allen are both blasted off their feet and land on the floor.
Lilypad just splats on the floor.
Even
I think our weapon's gonna set fire, looking like a Susan, which is not the way I wanted it to go.
Lilypad Allen takes 30 points of lightning damage, and
oh,
Luna takes 15.
Is that 30 hit points?
Yes.
I've not got that many.
Lilypad Allen falls to the ground, unconscious. Stood off
I
her feet.
also don't have that many.
And so does Princess Luna, as all three of you from the top of this wall seeing a massive explosion. This zombie is set alight. The whole surrounding is just a flash of white in your eyes. The next thing you recognise, Princess Luna, Lilypad Allen on the floor.
Harold, can you help them?
Can I cure wounds? Let's go, Tadpole McCoy then.
You begin singing a mournful tune. Lilypad Allen, you see her eyes flicker open, and she gets 1 hit point. She regains consciousness, just taking her surroundings. The zombie that was attacking you is dead. The whole storeroom in front of you is set on fire. All the stuff inside seems to be burning, but the door on the far end has not yet caught alight, so the wagons and stables must be, at least at this point, okay.
In other words, you're welcome.
Is she okay enough to be able to catch a potion being thrown at her?
She can just do a dexterity check to see if she can catch it.
Oh,
Okay.
1.
It's a potion of greater healing. You regain 4d4 plus 4 hit points.
Lilypad catches this potion, chugs it, and she regains.
13.
13.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Princess Luna is still unconscious at this point.
I am very hesitant to save him.
Can I throw my other potion down and then she can just pour it down his throat?
I think I will cast Cure Wounds on him. 13, I think.
Wow, I'm so healthy.
Save the rhododendron.
Run straight towards the store, which has now got a very fiery door for him.
Perception check from Lucille and Relic, please.
14.
23.
Relic definitely sees a bunch of zombies from the tents and now very, very slowly making their way towards you.
Can I shoot more zombies?
Yeah, you can make a shot at them.
Where's Kingsley?
Oh yeah.
I expect we'll bump into him in a minute.
As a zombie.
Is he still hiding in the dandridge?
I got like 17 to hit or something. Yeah.
Natural 20.
Both of you fire arrows at zombies. Some of you take out 2 with that 1 arrow, and Relic is able to get an arrow lodged into its back of its shoulder, and it stumbles towards the door. Princess Luna and Lilypad, you see inside there's just columns of fire as all this storage room is being burnt up. There's nothing that you can salvage really without hurting yourself, and the door in front of you is a tunnel area with the carts and wagons to go down.
I shout to Kingsley.
I was going to come bursting out.
Just like driving the wagon.
Just chilling.
Because you suggested that, and I just rolled a natural 20 than to hear you. As Lilypad calls Kingsley, there's just silence. And 20 seconds later, the door bursts open, as you are sprayed with wood and splinters. And at the top, you've seen Kingsley, whips in each hand, driving these 2 mules through the flames. And you now have your Rapidandridge, which Kingsley has undisguised, and it now looks like a perfected, bespoke wagon by Rapidandridge.
Like a scene from a movie, we board.
I'll just pull out hands. Wake up.
Kingsley reaches out both hands, holds you both on board.
Where's he got all this strength from? He's 8. He can leave him on his own for 5 minutes.
Can I have a perception check from Princess Luna, please?
12.
You've noticed that his muscles are significantly larger. At his feet is a empty potion bottle and labelled Potion of Hill Giant Strength. For the next hour, he has a strength score of 21.
We're sending this tank.
Tank in first.
I'm going to lecture him on the fact that stealing is bad on the way.
Roll a persuasion check.
He needs to learn. He's only 8. Oh, natural 20.
He learns his lesson that stealing is bad despite his newfound strength. You all head off now down the road towards the barracks where zombies and very wounded people are like trying to get in there somehow.
This was meant to be subtle. We threw a dance party and caused an apocalypse.
Trickle-Jam is now with you 3 who are on the roof, and he points to the massive wall of zombies that are just hammering down this barracks. Bows aren't enough. We need to get something like that big lightning bolt like that we just saw. Can you do any of that?
I message Princess Luna and say, I think we need you to use the wand again. They think you can do lightning just at will.
What is it I'm aiming at?
A wall of zombies.
The wall of zombies. Yes.
There are about 90 to 100 of them.
Here we go. 83. It's definitely not what it was before.
Everyone roll a perception check besides Princess Luna.
17.
I'm invisible.
You are.
Oh,
Wait, really?
Princess Luna vanishes from sight.
I'm
Princess
on the
Luna.
top with him and I don't notice, but the people miles behind us are like, oh, he's gone.
Up to an hour, you can be as long as you want to be invisible. You are now invisible.
What? Oh, that's great. I am sneaking in. I could try the wand again. I've got a fair amount of charges on it for a day's
Do it.
use.
Do
I
it.
was going to suggest that
Yeah?
we just let the zombies take Sheridan because we were meant to kill her anyway.
But then she'll be a zombie.
Yeah, don't we need to bring some part of her back as proof that we killed her?
Anyway, carry on. Be
Oh,
fine.
are we happy me doing another
Yes.
We're miles away, so
91?
yeah.
Just don't kill me.
87.
At the center of the wall of zombies, one of the larger ones, a deer of some kind, antlers, you notice that it begins to slowly, very, very small leaves, and then turn out to be quite large ones, just begin growing all over its body. Very, very gradually turns into a tree.
Oh, that is beautiful.
Harvey?
I've got 4 more charges left on this. There has
done
been
something
twice where this hasn't gone well for me. The lightning bolt, and when I turn myself to stone on the second time of using it. But it's the risk I am willing to take. 59.
You wave your wand again, and the invisible thing. All Lilypad is seeing is just a tree grow there, and then on that same tree, in sudden 60-foot radius circle of grass, like about ankle height, just grows up.
I'm turning this place into
Paradise.
Covent Gardens.
Lucille, Harold, and Relic, a bunch of the zombies that were approaching from behind, are slowly catching up to the Rapidandridge now.
I protect Rafferty by shooting the zombies.
Okay, good money for that, kind of.
Shoot with the longbow, 21 to hit.
16 to hit.
I did 10 damage.
3.
2 arrows fire down and hit it in the back of the neck. Lilypad Alan, you're able to turn around and notice arrows that are raining down on these zombies from all the guards now mounted on the walls. The 2 of them are approaching you, 1 of them is killed, but you've still got 3 approaching you.
Well, I salute the guards because that was very nice of them.
I'm doing the Wand of Wonder again. 60. I think that's the same as the
Same
grass. There's more grass.
The grass is already there, it grows to 10 times its normal size and remains overgrown for a minute.
It's already at knee height.
10 times
Why
the
don't we
amount.
burn the grass?
Oh, can we shoot the grass with a flaming arrow?
There is oil and pitch mounted along the walls,
Yeah.
so you can't.
I'll do that then.
You've never tried this before, so you're going to roll with disadvantage.
13. I got 19 and 13.
You try and chuck some arrows in. First one, it goes out before it reaches the grass, and the next one lands too far away from the grass. You're not used to firing these arrows. Lilypad and Princess Luna, you see some flaming arrows fly over, and you can get the gist that people are trying to set fire to the grass now. Again, there are still 3 zombies approaching you.
Yeah, can I just lob a torch at the grass?
Yeah.
I've got fire spells.
Or that.
All that.
I'm going to use Burning Hands.
It shoots up around you. The growling intensifies. A minute passes. All the grass burns up. Most of the zombies are now charred, and there's significantly less growling going on from here. The majority of the zombies are now completely burnt up.
Well done, guys.
Right into the barracks. Barricaded by stone and wood. It's been barricaded from the inside.
Can we ask Kingsley just to kind of...
Kingsley heads up to the wall, flexes his muscles a bit, and grabs the largest beam he can. He's going to pull out the beam. He rolled a 3, and so he clutches at it and then falls over and presses trying to tug this out.
I encourage him to try again, because we should never give up.
Do you want to use Bardic Inspiration?
Yes. Poor kid.
Far better this time. As he pulls on his beam, he chucks it behind him as all the rocks crumble. All of you from above the roof are able to see now the descending cave, which is the barracks. It's just a staircase down, and you can see 2 bandits now who are clawing their way, rushing back, thinking that it's been finally breached by these zombies.
Follow them in.
Maybe shout, "We're not zombies."
You're invisible.
Oh yeah. I'll stay close to Tadpole McCoy, invisibly.
But the 3 of you head down, and you see these 2 bandits.
Can I shoot the bandits?
You can't see them, you're not in there. You can follow them down though, because you've got about, I'd say, a minute it'll take you to get down the wall into the barracks from this point.
I have boots of speed.
That doubles your speed, so you can get there in 30 seconds.
Our alias here is that we are to rescue General Sheridan.
Should we tell them the zombies are attacking the new camp and they need reinforcements?
Yes.
Okay.
Roll a deception check, please.
Ooh, 21.
So he's less worried now that they see someone speaking to them. They're both very brutish, and they've both got these little gold coins on their capes. The more qualified looking of the 2 says, "So you came through the entire horde to ask for reinforcements?"
No, most of the horde's gone.
Tadpole,
Yes.
tell them that we are here to rescue Sheridan.
Yes, we're here to rescue Sheridan. That was it. Forgot that bit.
Sheridan is in the innermost keep, the most protected person, and these guards go and pass on the information. I'm just going to roll to see if she believes them that. She completely believes them that you're
Yes,
here
she
to
did.
rescue. Also hidden in there are a bunch of other refugees. This is an infirmary here. It takes about 5 minutes, so Lucille, you can get to them in time as well. But eventually you end up with a whole bunch of supposedly enemies, but right now they're allies, believing that you're able to rescue them.
We need to separate her from the refugees.
They're all in a cluster right there. If something very unpredictable and possibly explosive could happen right
could
now.
just occur.
I really hope that I roll right for this.
Suddenly, grass everywhere. Everyone is very
I'll just go ahead and roll a D100. That was 63.
Can I have a perception check, please, just from you, Princess Luna?
8.
One of the boulders that's around here just vanishes.
I've got 1 more charge. No. I've got 2 more charges. A natural 1.
So, wisdom saving throw from each creature. So, first Sheridan, 18, so succeeds. The 2 foxes, 17, succeed. 11 for the mice, so they fail. So, they're just half speed.
The mice just really slow for some reason.
1 more for good luck.
Please turn Sheridan into a tree.
50.
Who are you targeting, just out of curiosity?
Sheridan.
Out of the shadows, you suddenly become visible again. And as Sheridan grows twice her size,
Hurry!
so now she is the biggest thing in this room.
Convince her that you did this for her own defense.
How loud are you suggesting this, Lucille?
We're here to rescue you. We've made you twice as big a target now.
Convince her that you've shrunk everything else.
6. She is convinced that it's for her own safety. But I don't know who you are, recruits, but you've probably just saved my life.
I message Luna.
Grandmother?
Can any of you do anything to make her look like a zombie?
Yeah.
Give me some water.
Tell her to put some
It
really
was
big
like-
in her mouth so when she shrinks again.
If she only has like a minute,
I have a cooking pot I can convince to shove in a gob.
hold this with your mouth.
It's for your own
Just
good.
wait.
Persuasion if you're going to get to do this.
18.
Good. That was a 2.
Now you know how it
Working.
feels.
Takes the pot in her hands and is like, yep, whatever you say, puts in her mouth. And she's like, through her mouth full, she's like, what now?
Okay, it's time to head out.
You hear a very soft moan from Sheridan. She begins shrinking in height, and the saucepan is clogging up her throat. She's going to successfully get it out of her mouth before it shrinks in time. She's like, "You tricked me. All of you tricked me." And then you see the guards around you draw their swords, and that's where we're going to end for this evening.